Hi everyone, just to provide some further clarification on the proposal that the ELT has put forward for how we're going to manage our learning areas and time allocations for 2022. The thinking behind our proposal. We have had lots of think tanks, we've had many rigorous conversations around trying to find the best possible workaround and keeping in mind we had to review the changes in the CARF, considering the extra 30 minutes non-contact for class teachers from 2022 and beyond, and looking for opportunities that we could provide and how we can best manage that moving forward. The thinking behind our proposal was definitely being able to find the best possible workaround that we could. Keeping in mind we wanted to maintain things like CLCs. We did try really hard not to split reporting demands for subject areas. And having an extra 30 minutes off class has impacts. So we wanted to make sure that if we were taking you out of the classroom for more time, how could we try and lessen the load on the classroom teacher to support that? So just want to provide some clarifications firstly around some of our subject areas. So let's start with HPE. You'll notice with that subject area, there's some changes across each of our bands. The recommended time allocation for HPE is 2 hours a week. And on paper, we don't provide that, not with a 30-minute HPE lesson. However, in the senior sector of our school, we manage that by topping it up with things like inter-school gala days, full-day athletics days, cross-countries, those sorts of things. And they're the things that top us up to make sure that we're meeting the allocation best we can. However, in the junior school, that doesn't happen. We don't have full-day athletics, cross-countries, etc. So we do need to look at that subject area, the learning area, and how it differs across the bands, and you'll notice that in the proposal. Moving on to technologies, it's really important to note that in our proposal and moving forward, technologies is no longer going to be a split subject area, a split reportable learning area. Technologies is as one. It's digital and design technologies. It's inclusive of those two areas as the one. So it will be offered as one subject area from 2022 and moving forward. Obviously, there will be implications on timetables, on the roles and what that looks like. None of that has been determined at this stage. This is merely a proposal that we're putting forward. You'll notice that we've tried, in some of the, for technologies in some banded areas, we are over allocating in the area. Though we've done that, again, to ensure that we can still enable things like CLCs and the non-contact. The digital capability, the ICT capabilities, has always been a classroom teacher's responsibility, and I guess even more so moving forward, that will need to be addressed, that it does need to be a classroom teacher responsibility. That's not reportable. That's just a general capability that needs to be woven in all of our learning areas. All we need to know is that technologies is inclusive of both design and digital tech, and it will be reported on as such. So when you look at it on the proposal, you shouldn't be looking for, where's Digitech, where's design tech? It's one. And the last area that I wanted to clarify is the arts. So as per the CARF document, we are maintaining our music specialists, and on the proposal, you'll see the 30 minutes non-contact will remain being provided as we currently are, which leaves us with our other four areas of arts that will remain on as classroom teachers' responsibility. That was never really an option for us to look at taking that off the table. Whilst being an arts specialist teacher sounds really great, I have never been able to manage teaching an arts lesson in 30 minutes. Setting up a class, setting up the activity, teaching the activity, packing up the activity in 30 minutes, it just can't happen. And also, if you look at the recommended time allocation, 30 minutes a week is not, we can't allocate that amount of time, and splitting that subject area is quite difficult. Also, it's really important for kids to have a creative outlet in the classroom with their teacher, and for you to be able to explore other learning areas through the arts and linking those there. So it's not in our proposal, and that was the thinking basically behind why it's remained on. So really, really important to note, this is a proposal that the ELT are putting forward. The configuration of who or what or the mocking up of timetables, none of that has happened. That's a waste of time to do at this point. We want to make sure that we put something out, gain some consultation with staff, and then we can look at doing all of those things afterwards. So what we're asking of staff is to have a look at this proposal, process it. There's a lot to take in, and really consider, what does this mean for me as a classroom teacher? What does it mean for me as a specialist teacher? What opportunities, can I see that are there? Process it, think about it, talk about it with your colleagues, have some conversations. Maybe you're seeing something that we aren't, so possibly you could put forward a different proposal or an alternative suggestion on things that we've not seen or thought about. Happy to hear them all. Please share them with us. They need to be shared no later than Thursday afternoon of next week. The reason for the short timeline is that we'd like to make a decision and be able to move forward, particularly noting that the staffing information, the request form, is going to be published with next week's Park Lake Post. So we need to hear your feedback, make a decision on the proposal as to how we're moving forward, so that we can put that information on the staff requests for next week. If you have got any queries, anything that doesn't make sense, please connect with one of us, ask away. Really important that we're all clear and understand what our proposal is. Happy to hear from you.